Think about how many times today you've already handed Apple a piece of your financial life. They want to control every single transaction you make, from your morning coffee to your monthly rent. This trillion-dollar tech giant is no longer just selling iPhones or sleek laptops to the global public. The hardware is already in a billion pockets, and the trust is already baked deep into the brand. By the end of this video, you will see exactly how Apple plans to replace your bank. Most people assume this is just a tech company dabbling in finance for a little extra revenue on the side. But Apple has been quietly assembling the exact same tools that traditional banks have spent decades building from scratch. Your local bank is terrified because Apple is currently building a financial empire right inside your pocket. Apple didn't walk into finance with a press release and a bold new vision for the future. It crept in, one small product at a time, each one feeling almost too simple to matter. Apple Pay launched in 2014, and it looked like a convenience feature, a way to tap your phone instead of swiping a card. But it did something far more valuable than save you 3 seconds at the checkout line. It trained hundreds of millions of people to trust Apple with the most sensitive data they own. Then came Apple Card in 2019, a credit card that lived inside your phone and reported your spending back to you in real time. No fees, clean design, daily cash rewards. It wasn't just a card, it was a relationship. Apple was learning how you spend, where you spend, and exactly how much financial stress you carry every single month. Each product quietly built the rails for something much larger than a wallet. Banks make money on friction. Confusing fees, slow transfers, and the sheer inconvenience of switching to someone else. Apple's entire product philosophy is the opposite of friction, and that's what makes it genuinely dangerous. When your savings account, your credit card, and your payment app all live inside one elegant interface, leaving feels unthinkable. Traditional banks are also saddled with legacy technology that costs billions every year just to keep the lights on. Apple built its financial layer on top of infrastructure that already works, which means lower costs and faster moves. The real threat isn't that Apple wants your deposits. It's that it already has your loyalty. Picture a world where your iPhone handles every dollar you earn, spend, save, and borrow without a single bank involved. Apple already has the hardware, the software, and the trust of over 2 billion people around the planet. Every new financial product they launch pulls another thread from the sweater that traditional banking has worn for decades. The endgame isn't just a better credit card or a shinier savings account sitting inside an app. Apple wants to own the entire relationship between you and your money, from your first paycheck to your last mortgage payment. When that happens, banks don't just lose customers, they lose the very reason people needed them in the first place. A company that controls your device, your identity, and your wallet controls something far more powerful than any branch on a street corner. The stakes aren't measured in market share or quarterly earnings. They're measured in who shapes the future of money itself. Traditional banks have survived every disruption thrown at them, from ATMs to the internet to mobile apps. But they've never faced a competitor who already lives inside the pocket of nearly every person on Earth.